Good afternoon, everyone. I, Dr. Guneet Kaur, welcome you all to the fifth session of 7-day workshop on Swachhta Action Plan organized by Swachhta Action Plan Committee, St. Xavier's College, Jaipur. Today's session is on how can higher education institutions contribute to Swachhta Action Plan. The resource person for today's session is Dr. Bula Chaudhary. Dr. Bula Chaudhary is an assistant professor of economics, St. Xavier's College, Jaipur. She is a university gold medalist in economics, University of Rajasthan, and did her doctorate in energy economics from Malviya National Institute of Technology, Jaipur. She has completed a research project on doubling farmers' income as a research associate under Niti Aayog Chair, University of Rajasthan. Ma'am is an executive committee member of Rajasthan Economic Association and editorial board member of Rajasthan Economic Journal. Dr. Bula has numerous research publications to add to her credit in journals of national and international repute. So, I request ma'am to take over the session. Before we'll begin with the session, I request Reverend Father Dr. A. Rex Angelo, Principal, St. Xavier's College, Jaipur, for the words of wisdom. Father.
Good afternoon to all of you. I'm sorry I joined late because I had some official with me who came for the examination. And I'm very happy that this 7-day program is going on well. And on the 5th day, we are talking about an important aspect. How can institutions of higher education contribute to this Swachhta Action Plan? In fact, we are talking about ourselves, how we are going to make this important program of the government successful. As they say, charity begins at home. When we talk about cleanliness, greenness, etc., such endeavors should begin from our own college, our own departments, and our own staff and students. So it's a very nice thing that we are talking about a very relevant topic. And then this topic should transform our way of thinking, how to make this program, our campus clean and green. And I am very happy to say that we have made a lot of efforts to make our program, our campus green and clean, thanks to Father Jabbar, the campus administrator, and Father Raymond, who is the college administrator, and the others, and all our maintenance staff. They are doing a wonderful work of making our campus clean and green. Now, this concept should also swell over to other places outside the campus, to begin with our own houses, wherever our staff and students live. If 2,000 students are able to spread this culture to their own places, and if we have about 60 staff spread this culture in their own places of work, I am sure this great value of Swachhta will swell over to every nook and corner of Jaipur to begin with, and eventually to the whole country. So I wish you all the best to Dr. Bula Chaudhary for having chosen a very relevant topic. And I see only 31 participants. I want all staff to take part in this without exception. Now all the exams are over. I request all staff to join, and I also will be participating in this, even though it means postponing of my lunch. All the best, Dr. Bula. Please go ahead.
Thank you so much, Father. As Father rightly said, that this is something very important for all the higher education institutions to focus on other goals of the country, and contributing to the Swachhta Action Plan is quite important for higher education institutions. So today we'll be talking about how can higher education institutions contribute to Swachhta Action Plan. So one thing we know that higher education institutions need to contribute to Swachhta Action Plan, because A green campus, be it in colleges or universities, is no longer a fad right now. It has been a clear mandate by the government of India to focus upon the green campuses and Swachh campuses in all the universities and colleges of India, and even in the several progressive countries who are aware of environmental issues, and they are growing that environmental awareness by the day. So in simple terms, we can say that a green campus basically is important because it aims to make environment awareness and action an integral part of the life and ethos of those who are administering and learning or teaching in a school or colleges and universities. So today we will start. Yes, so we'll see the path to Swachh campus. First and foremost thing in moving towards path of Swachh campus is the involvement of the management of the colleges and institutions. So the management or the authorities of the colleges and universities or any institutions are the main authority or the signatory authorities who are the policy making authorities who will be focusing and making policies and redirecting it to the staff and students for Swachhata action plan in their institutions. And as we all know, the Swachh campus initiative, which was envisaged by the Department of Higher Education in Ministry of Human Resource Development of Government of India for higher education institutions and universities. It mirrors the principles of green institutions and endeavors to extend learning beyond the classrooms to inculcate and develop responsible attitude, habits, and lasting commitment to Swachhata, be it at home, on the campus, or in the wider community. So the most important thing here comes the community later on. So first we'll be focusing on the campus, then towards the community. And as I said, the prime stakeholders or the prime policymakers of this Swachhata action plan in any higher education institution be the management of that institution. Now, we see that why are we talking about teaching or developing certain kind of environment regarding sustainable development. So sustainable development on our campus, it involves much more than simply reducing the impact of our campus and the surroundings of the regarding the environment. So we strive to cultivate a robust community that supports the well-being of everyone who passes through our portals, even as we pursue our broader missions of research and teaching. So we say that our main focus is research and teaching, but that is not the only thing we have to do. MHRD says that higher education institutions should be focusing on improvising and helping towards maintaining and achieving the sustainable development goals in each country. So our focus should also be on the achievement of sustainable development goals. And how can we focus upon that? That we will be discussing further. But the main thing is that whoever passes through our portals, be it website, someone visiting our campus or nearby surroundings like the villages near our college, they should be benefited through or they should be made aware through any of the activities and outreach activities or awareness programs or training programs that we conduct. And by the mere visualization of our own campus, they should get some certain kind of awareness we should be providing to them, to the society, to all the stakeholders who are in relation with our institution, to understand and to be aware of the importance of environment and sustainable development goals. So the question arises that in higher education institutions, when we are talking about implementation of Swachhata action plan, then who should be doing it? So answer to it is everyone should be doing this. Yes, each one of us should be doing it. So everybody, be it anyone in and around the campus, should do it. Higher education institutions have a fiduciary duty to contribute their might to have long-term impact on our communities and help achieve the sustainability across our campuses. And for this, we have got a quite large pool of researchers, intellectual capital, and tremendous resources at our command, which we need to utilize in this forum. Now, if we can see here, we see that university management or college management, as I have been saying, is the foremost and the important people who have to focus upon the Swachhata Action Plan. They are the leaders of the Swachhata Action Plan. Then the faculty, student, non-teaching staff, every staff, and other than this we can take help from the outside also, from NGOs and other alumni and other government organizations. So everybody has to be involved in this mandate. How higher education institutions and university are going to do it? Now, we say that with the concept of such a campus ingrained in the consciousness of everyone, unremitting efforts are required to be made by higher education institutions through faculty, staff, and students to make action on cleanliness form one's second nature. So this is something that we have to inculcate in ourselves first, then into our students, then into the community around, in order to make this our second nature, that cleanliness and awareness about the environment and sustainable goals should become our secondary nature. So this is something which we need to prioritize, and there is a time that we should be prioritizing these issues in our lives. So we need to change our nature. We need to make this thing our second nature, and we need to work upon it. What all a higher education institution or university can do? Now, what all we can do in making this a second nature or in contributing to this cause? So we see that we can build, facilitate, monitor, present, and generate. We can build some consensus on the need for maintaining a clean and green campus among the campus leaders at student level, faculty level, and the campus level. And we need to facilitate a design of specific interventions for making the campus clean and green by following international standards and accepted parameters. We need to monitor the existing environmental performances of the campus in a participatory and transparent way. So we already know that our campus per se has installed many environmental machineries which will be helping us in sustainable environments like rainwater harvesting, etc., vermicomposting, etc. So we need to look towards those machineries and interventions which the campus has already installed, so that they work properly. And we need to facilitate some more specific interventions which could help in cleaning the campus, and which could even help us understand the importance, and so that we can implement those interventions outside the campus in the communities nearby. Then we say that we need to monitor the existing environmental performance of the campus in participatory and in a very transparent way. We need to present a step-by-step guide for making the campus clean and green. So presenting everything in a step-by-step guide is very important, because talking vaguely about something is does not lead it towards any success. So we need to have a proper SOP for how we need to work in a particular direction. So after having that SOP or those guidelines, we have to follow them, and we have to abide by those, and we have to contribute our bit towards making our campus clean and green. And later on, after making our campus perfect, we need to focus on the communities. Then we generate certain case studies on best Swachh practices which are adopted on the campus, which can serve as models for other institutions to adopt. So as I say that we need to first focus on our campus, and we generate certain case studies which could be utilized by other institutions of higher education and maybe by the communities also. As I say, after the campus, we are going to focus on the communities outside the campus, and we have to again intervene and into these communities, and we have to facilitate all the designs which we have in all the interventions which we have installed in our campus. We have to take them to the nearby communities to help them. Then talking about attaining critical mass for a green campus. So this is something that how do we form a team? Who all will be working in that team, and in what frame they will be working in the team, who will be the leader, who will be what will be the role of the faculty members or the students. So we have to make a core team which will be consisting of the leadership of the institution along with the key stakeholders. They are supposed to be formed in the institution. So as I said, I have been telling this again and again, that the leader will be the leader of the institution. The leader of Swachhata Action Plan is the leader of the institution. So we all know that in the Swachhata Action Plan committee of our college, St. Xavier's College, Jaipur, the chairman of the Swachhata Action Plan committee is the principal of the college. So the leader of the institution becomes automatically the leader of the committee of the Swachhata Action Plan. So then we form a core team, which is known as the Swachh Core Team. And this team is going to be involved in all aspects of fact-finding, planning, acting, and recording. And this team will also be including students team, and the faculties will be involved in this, and administrative officials are also concerned with this team. So everyone, as I said earlier, that everyone inside the campus is a part of this team in some or other way, and everyone in the campus have to be contributing towards this mandate. Now, how do we formulate this team? If we say particularly, then we need to find out some interested faculty who are interested in environmentally inclined faculty and students, and they may be given the responsibility to help them help in the Swachh campaign in their own departments. And this team will be known as Swachh faculty. So the Swachh faculty team is the team which is includes the faculty members from each department, and then they will be selecting the student from each department. Now, these Swachh faculty will select a group of enthusiastic students from their own departments to be the part of core campaign team. And hereby, these students team will be known as Swachh student team. Now, Swachh faculty and the Swachh student team form the Swachh monitors. So including the faculty and students, we form a Swachh monitors team, and the Swachh monitors will be reporting to a team of campus officials representing the accounts administration and maintenance divisions with an avid interest in Swachh initiatives. And the team comprising of the administration, accounts office, maintenance divisions, they will be called as the Swachh admin team. Now, the entire program will run under the direction from a designated authority that will set the policies, rules, and directives for bringing the change in the campus and outside the campus. So I said the designated authority for Swachhata Action Plan Committee is the principal of the college, being the chairman of the committee. And also, not only from inside the college or the campus, we can also have external Swachh team members and they need to be identified from the neighboring colleges or university, so that they can come and they can survey what we are doing. They can monitor the progress of our working style at regular intervals. So this will become the entire team, Swachh core team, including of Swachh faculty, Swachh student team, Swachh monitors, and Swachh admin team, and along with the external team members, everything headed by the designated authority, that is the leader of the institution. So if you see this image, we can see that this is your higher education institution and the staff is involved in it. It manages all the administrative work. Students are environment leaders. Students are involved in it. Teachers are involved in it. And then the higher officials, that is the leaders of the institution, be it VCs, deans, provosts, trustees, etc. They are the leaders of the Swachhata action committee also. And then later on, we could take help from other outside institutions, be it sponsors or non-profit organization, government officials, and so on. So how should we go about it now? So we have formulated a team. We understand that we need to have a team of faculty, management, non-teaching staff, teaching staff, students, and maintenance staff. And then with this team, how we are going to work? What is the role of which team? So when we talk about the Swachh faculty members, what they have to do, they have to introduce the students to the Swachh campaign on the campus. They need to create interest in student community to volunteer. So see, this is our role to generate interest into our students to work towards this cause. Being teachers, we have to inculcate some awareness and interest into our students of each department to work for this cause. And then this is the role of the faculty members to guide them in carrying out the campaigns effectively, supervise the work done by the Swachh student team, to put forth the creative ideas and recommendations of the students team to the campus management, work with management and students in implementing the Swachh campus initiative. So these are the broader perspectives or the broader roles which a faculty member being a part of the team needs to focus upon and needs to do. Then what the students have to do? Swachh students team, they have to carry out the survey and audit of the campus on identified aspects. So we will be identifying certain aspects on which we have to work upon. Then the students' role is to carry a survey or audit of the campus, then analyze the effects of regular activities which are taken up in the campus on those aspects, sort out the alternatives for such activities that cause least damage to the surrounding environment, because we are talking about environment sustainability. So we need to seek for the alternatives which would minimize the damage to the surrounding environments. Then the students need to persuade the designated authority to implement those alternatives. So once you have identified the alternatives, for example, I say that we need to have solar panels in the campus for energy conservation, then we need to persuade this idea or alternative to the designated authority so that they can implement these alternatives into the campus. Then finding ways in which they can implement the alternative solutions presented. Now, see, when I say that now you have persuaded to the this designated authority for the implementation that your job is not done yet, you need to find certain ways that how can we implement these, because it might be involving certain cost. And you cannot just go and tell the authorities to spend the entire money, and you need to find certain other ways. Other ways means you get some sponsorship from somewhere, you collaborate with some government programs, you collaborate with some government officials, and you get certain sponsorship or funds from there for the implementation of such alternatives into our campus and the surrounding communities. So this is also a part of our team to work upon. Then partnering with other institutions and agencies, as I said, funding agencies we can partner with, donors, your alumni could be a donor as a part of this. Then funding agencies, you can have state and central regulatory and financing agencies, and ministries like Human Resource Development Ministry, Water Resources Ministry, Sanitation, Forest and Environment, as well as AICTE also can be a funding agency in this regard, and MGNCRE could be a funding agency in this regard. So we need to reach out to these funding agencies, generate certain funds to implement the alternatives which we have designed or identified in our campus and outside the campus. And then we can we can have a partnership with donors like alumni or alumni who are doing well. They can sponsor certain programs, then some NGOs, then certain private foundations we can do partnership with, and certain corporate houses also. Then we say that non-profit organizations, with them we can go for awareness campaigns for connecting to external vendors and self-help groups. Then public policy groups and think tanks. So assistance and guidance may be sought from some Green Building Council, Center for Science and Environment, CSC, and Council on Environment, Energy, Environment and Water. So these are certain public policy groups and think tanks which we can reach out to for getting certain contribution in form of guidance and assistance. Then media and celebrities. Now see, media and celebrities is for long-term collaboration with the media and celebrities to mobilize the campus residents. And then we can reach out to government. The campus can get benefited from relevant government schemes, making them a part of campaign for Swachhata mission. So there are many government schemes which are in run, which we can reach out to those government officials for availing those benefits of those schemes in order to implement certain alternatives to in helping the Swachhata action mission in our campus. Then yes, so we see that how we can align with different organizations outside our campus. So again, here the alliance would be done with the campus officials, that is the VCs, deans, department heads, trustees. So here we have the leader of the committee as well as the leader of the institution. The principal will be making alliance. You have to go to the principal, give the ideas, arrange the meetings and everything, and a final MOUs will be signed by the principal. So alliances would be done with the funding agencies, non-profit organizations, government officials. And then after having these alliances, the Swachh faculty is involved, the Swachh admin group is involved, and the Swachh student team is involved in implementation of the programs designed. Now, instituting the Swachh policy. So what is the role, how we can institute the Swachh policy, and what could be the policies that we have to be focusing upon? So the stakeholders are to be involved in drafting a policy document, which would cover the sustainable use of resources and responsible management of waste. So we have certain points on which we have to make policies. For example, the approved document of the policy or such a policy must contain at least these following points. That is the sanitation and hygiene policy, which is for maintenance of cleanliness and institutionalization of monitoring process. Then water conservation policy that includes optimum use of water, reuse of treated water, water saving appliances, and water recycling. Then rainwater harvesting policy, which we already have, the porous pavements and rainwater harvesting structure. Then waste management policy, So there are 5R principles of reduce, reuse, recycle, refuse, and regenerate, as well as reducing waste sent to landfills to less than 10% of waste generated. So banning all the plastic disposable items from the campus is the first step which we are moving towards. We have already started with the campaign of no plastic, making the campus no plastic, especially in terms of single-use plastic. So all our faculty members have taken this initiative, and we are not using or carrying any single-use plastic items in the campus. So I'm really thankful for the entire faculty and the administration for the same, and we should be following this, and we should be increasing each step towards making our campus plastic free. Then drawing lessons from Swachh campaign for handling the computer and electronic equipment and other e-waste. So e-waste management is also another important aspect on which certain policy should be made. Then energy conservation policy, introduction of solar energy, and reduction in energy consumption through technologies and management processes. Especially, we should be focusing on energy conservation while we are not in need to use energy. We need to switch off the energy appliances. Then green policy. So green policy, growing endemic and endangered species of trees covering at least 33% of land area on campus. That means we have to have at least 33% of our entire area of the campus grown with trees, and it should be green. Then we have student activity policy, that is maintenance of Swachhata during students' cultural programs and any student activities. So this is very important when we have any fest, cultural fest, or any academic fest, or any other student activity per se, then we have to maintain the sanitation and hygiene and the cleanliness of the entire campus. What should be the action plan regarding this? So the action plan will be, first of all, we need to select the students. So we have to select those students who are really interested in helping or contributing to the cause. We do not want every student to be a part of this, but only those who are really willing to help, or who are really willing to contribute to the campus and to the society, who have the bent of mind towards creating awareness and spreading awareness about environmental issues, and who really want to make their campus and their communities and their nation Swachh. So we need to select students from each department for this. Then we need to be active on social media. For what? We do not want to just flaunt what we are doing. That is why we are being active on social media. No, we are being active on social media because this will enhance participation and aid in the proper conduct of the program. So only relevant issues need to be discussed by this social media group, or we should be active on social media only with the relevant issues and not with everything. Then another thing is orientation of the Swachh student group. Now, as I said, that it is the role of the faculty members to make the student team aware of their roles, to generate interest into our students, to inculcate certain motivation into our students who are the members of the Swachh student team. So we need to orient our student for this, and the Swachh faculty needs to conduct the orientation on practical ways of cleanliness, sustainability, expectations from the students, and steps in Swachh campus initiative. And For this, we can have guest lectures by experts or NGOs and think tanks with interactive group discussions. We can show some case studies and short documentaries on successful Swachh campaigns in other institutions in order to generate interest in our students. Then we can conduct training programs and workshops also. Then mapping the campus survey and ground truthing, that is earlier I discussed about the same, that we need to know our campus well. We need to survey our own campus. That has to be done by the students. So we'll survey the campus, we map the situations and what is to be needed to be done in the campus. We do a survey, we get everything extracted from that survey. We make plans, that is we need to identify the areas for immediate action. So we make plans accordingly, we identify the areas on which we need to work upon. Then we plan interventions, that what we are going to do. Suppose we identified that we need to have a proper rain harvesting system. We have a rain harvesting system, but it is not working properly. So we need to find ways that what interventions we could do to make it more efficient. Or we find out that we need to have some alternative energy appliances or some alternative energy ways. So we identify that we need to have solar energy, implementation of installation of solar energy panels in our campus. Then we need to plan how we are going to make these interventions into the campus. We also need to make the entire campus, students and faculty who are somehow not involved in this campaign, to educate them and to make them aware of our own campus and the needs of our own campus and what work we are going to do for our own campus. We need to spread awareness about that. Then implementation of Swachh campus. Now we have an idea, we know what we have to do, we know what interventions we have to bring in, and now we have to implement those interventions or alternatives and ideas to make our campus Swachh. Then we also have to analyze the action plan, whatever plan we have formulated, we need to analyze that plan. Whatever implementations we have made, we have to analyze that, so that we know that whether whatever we have done is going on the right way or not. So if there are any loopholes, we could again work upon it. Then we need to have a feedback and review, so that we can again improvise on our plans, modifying the Swachh policy. That means the feedback and review which we have had, we can modify the Swachh policy which we have formulated according to the feedback and reviews which we have got. Then this is very important plan, that point in the action plan, that identify the best performers and reward them. So you see that it is quite natural that the students who are participating in the Swachh Campus initiative will be working on this project while on their regular studies. So they are involved in these academic activities as well as in this Swachhata Action Plan initiative. So to recognize the time and effort these students have spent on the initiative, the students should be provided certificates which may be recognized by some government collaboration, so that they are of some credit to those students, and which may help them in higher studies and when they go for jobs and in their career throughout. And also we need to reward them with some awards by identifying the best performers in this Swachh initiative. Then again, the last task is, when in one session you have done something, you need to review the entire session, and then you have to again improve it in the next session. Now comes, so this was all about the campus, what we have to do in our campus. When we have made our campus green and Swachh, we need to focus upon we need to focus outside the campus, that is for the communities. And when we talk about the communities, there must be as we all are aware of that Swachhata Action Plan Committee will be working along with Unnat Bharat Abhiyan Cell, and we have adopted, Unnat Bharat Abhiyan Cell has adopted 5 villages near our college, and they will be working in changing the entire structure of those villages. And with UBA, Swachhata Action Plan Committee will be working to change the shape of those villages through their outreach activities relating mainly to sanitation and hygiene, waste management, water conservation, greenery, and energy conservation. So Swachh students team, they need to engage with the village to study and help the villagers in implementable solutions through participatory planning, especially in sanitation and water management. Then convergence of mandates with government programs. So yes, such campus initiative can be converged with certain government programs and mandates such as Unnat Bharat Abhiyan, which we are already doing, then Smart City Mission, Swachh Bharat Abhiyan, and Total Sanitation Campaign whenever possible or appropriate. Now, I would like to explain that what students need to do here, like they have to focus upon the campus and outside the campus. And we have already collaborated with Government of Rajasthan, that is the Swachh Bharat Mission Grameen, Department of Rural Development and Panchayati Raj, Government of Rajasthan, and the Department of Sanitation and Hygiene, Ministry of Jal Shakti, Government of India. So we have collaborated with them, and they will be funding our institution for various activities, be it some outreach activities. If you want to go for any kind of interventions in the campus or outside the campus in the communities or villages nearby, which we have adopted under UBA. So these government institutions are going to fund our college for those interventions. And also they will be helping us they will be funding or sponsoring us for taking up certain projects which our students will be doing. The students will be can enroll themselves in those projects which are government funded. Then the students can those students who are a part of this Swachh student team, only they are eligible for the same. And these students will be of course recognized by the government certificates and awards, and also they will be sponsored throughout for whatever activities they are doing in this regard. They will be involved in excursions, camps, which are taken by the government as Swachh Bharat Mission. So students can be part of those excursion tours, camps, and every trip of theirs will be sponsored entirely and fully by the government. So these are few convergence which we have been doing. So we have collaborated with these two government institutions or organizations, and our institution is getting funding from them, and students can get benefited out of it. They can have a good exposure and experience, and they can serve and contribute to the campus as well as to the society. So with this, I stop here. Thank you very much for patient listening. If anyone has any question, you can please ask.
The session is open for the queries or the discussions. I think we don't have questions. Thank you so much, ma'am, for giving the deep insight into the topic and explaining the contribution of higher education institutions in SAP. Thank you so much for enriching our knowledge on this topic. We will surely benefit a lot. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you everyone for the active participation. I think we have one question now. We have a question from
Yes,
Shrivanti, ma'am.
yes. So for that, we will be circulating one notice in which everything, the entire statistics will be provided to the faculty and students as to how many students can get enrolled in the such student team.
We also have a question from Aditya Agarwal. What will be day-to-day responsibilities of core team?
See, as I said, that we will be formulating certain policy regarding different aspects which I have discussed. So based upon those policies, whatever work is designated to the student team by the faculty team, that has to be your core responsibility. It is not that every day you have to do something, but yes, as and when you are asked to, you have to be involved in the same.
Okay. So with this, we come to the end of this session. I request everyone to turn on their videos for a group photo.
Bula ma'am, you can stop sharing your screen.
Yes, ma'am, just a minute.
Thank you.
Everyone kindly smile so that we can have a good group photograph. Okay. Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you,
Thank
Father.
you all. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you all.
Thank you, Father,
everyone.
for being here.